Happy New Year, ladies and gentlemen. In commemoration of my Samsung EO IA500 video reaching 100,000 views, I am releasing the official calibration guide for these earbuds with all the steps needed to get the perfect sound quality that you've always wanted. Now, there are several components you need to obtain before starting this process, all of which I have provided links in the description for. Make sure to buy directly from those links. First and foremost, you of course need the Samsung EO IA500 earbuds, perhaps the most important item in this list. The second piece of equipment you need is the SpinFit W1 ear tips. These ear tips dramatically improve treble quality and are extremely soft silicone such that it really feels like there's almost nothing in your ear just because of how soft the silicone is. And this is a really important step. The calibration procedure cannot be used to its maximum potential without the SpinFit W1. Again, the link will be in the description. The third piece of equipment you will need is the Cudelix 5K. This is an important device because it allows you to apply individual left and right equalization to the Samsung EO IA500 earbuds while being a Bluetooth device, such that you can just put this in your pocket where your phone is not in, and you can still get all of the benefits of having per channel EQ and EQ to the PEC-dB Ultra Target. The next piece of gear is the IEC 60318-4 clone coupler. I will provide an Amazon link for this, and yeah, this is the occluded ear simulator. It's meant to simulate the performance of a typical human eardrum. Of course, it does not look exactly like that, so it's not a perfect device, but it will certainly make do. For the analog to digital converter, we will be using an Apple USB-C to 3.5mm adapter, but of course other analog to digital converters work, but this is a very feasible option. I'll provide a link for it in the description below. Next, you need a 3.5mm splitter cable that is able to separate the microphone input from the headphone output. And this way, the Apple dongle knows that you are feeding it a microphone input when you plug the coupler's 3.5mm jack into the splitter cable's microphone input. The only software you need to install for this installation is Room EQ Wizard. A link will be provided in the description below. Now, once you have Room EQ Wizard installed, go to the settings and make sure the input device is set to the USB-C to 3.5mm headphone jack adapter, and set the output device to the Cudelix 5K. An issue on macOS is that when you insert a device into the coupler, it will reduce the output volume of whatever source you have selected. So as a workaround to this, you can create an aggregate device in the audio MIDI setup to output to the Cudelix 5K. We can name this, let's see, Cudelix. Okay, and now we can go to the sound output and change the device to the Cudelix, and now the volume is locked, and inserting this IEM into the coupler will not have any change on the output volume. Also, as mentioned in the original video, you want to swap the channels of these earphones such that they can be worn like IEMs to get the best fit and sound quality. I know I said that the Room EQ Wizard software is the only thing you need to download, but that was a lie. You also need to install the Cudelix Chrome extension. And through this, you can connect your Cudelix 5K and it'll be able to program whatever settings you want. And in the Cudelix software, we'll go to the DAC and Amp section and make sure to select Swap Channels under Channel. And this will allow us to get the correct signal routing with these earphones in their swapped configuration. All right, so firstly, I will measure the right earpiece by inserting it into the coupler, ensuring it does not slide out. Start. Okay, we have a resonance peak at around 8.2 kilohertz. That's good enough. We want the resonance peak around there anyway. In my ears specifically, when I insert these IEMs, I get a resonance peak at around 8.4 kilohertz, so this is accurate enough. Now I will insert the left earphone, ensuring it does not slide out while also preventing creases that will cause an air gap. making sure to select the left channel in the output. In the All SPL tab, we can see that the measurements are pretty close to line in the 8 kHz resonance peak, but not perfectly so. So we can try inserting this left earpiece a little bit deeper than before, and hopefully we can get it lined up. All right, that took a few tries, but it looks good enough in terms of how closely these are aligned. It's not perfect, but it will make do. Okay, now we want to note a frequency where both of these channels match. So let's say 149 Hertz. Next, we will go to File, Export Measurement as Text for the right channel, and Samsung right channel. Then we can go to the left channel, do the same thing. Samsung left channel. Cool, now we have the measurements of the left and right channels. The next step is to go to the pectb.com website and go to Studio for our graphing software. Then you will simply upload the measurements of the left and right channels we just did. Next, to normalize, you can select the normalization frequency, and we said 149, 150 Hertz, so we will set it to that. Now it is time to channel match the earphones. It doesn't particularly matter which channel you match to, but in this case, I will match the red channel to the blue one, or the left channel to the right one. Okay, so just clicking on the graph, pressing W to change this to a low shell filter. Okay, now the bass is about right. This is a peaking filter, can maybe increase the Q, or decrease the Q a bit rather. Yeah, so this is really simple. You just click and drag to match the responses. And note that the Cudelix has a limit of 10 bands per channel, so you don't want to go above the 10 channel limit. So the higher frequencies are a bit tricky. I would recommend not being too aggressive with the Q factor, because the placement of these resonances and high frequency response is going to differ based on your insertion depth. So that also factors in the acoustic performance, but let's see what I can get away with here. Okay, it looks like we are at 8 filters and are getting pretty close in terms of matching the channels. Could maybe reduce this a bit and slightly increase that. And yeah, I think maybe can do a slight, maybe this could be a high shelf, I don't know. Possibly do just a peaking filter. All right, so let's see how these measurements look. Okay, it looks like it matches pretty well now, but I'm just doing some fine tuning to make it very close. And I guess I can even hide that. And yeah, this looks about right. I guess this 10th filter probably isn't that necessary. Now we will download the left channel EQ, go to the Cudelix software, under DSP, go to speaker EQ, and simply upload the left channel.txt filters. Now the Cudelix software will apply these filters to both channels, so it's important to go to the right channel and just bypass all of these settings. Cool, and we also want to keep the pregain as it is for both channels. Now both of these channels are matched. All we need now is the right channel measurement to EQ to the PEC-dB Ultra Target, the optimal headphone target curve. Now we don't need to worry about the normalization frequency, so we can set it to 1000 Hertz. Yeah, this should be good. And then we just go to the EQ tab and go to the right channel. Also, if you don't want to manually adjust these EQ values, one thing you can do is just press the Auto EQ button and it will EQ the Samsung earbuds to a pretty close result for the target curve. Or you can just do it yourself and potentially get better results, and I'll show how to do that as well. We can clear these auto EQ filters. First thing to do will be to bring down this bass with a peaking filter. Cool. And we can do some more shaping a little bit. Now, this doesn't have to be like 0.1 decibels exact. Well, it can be if you want. That's the beauty of measuring your own units. But I digress. Let's see here. Okay, and actually I think it would be better to do maybe a more broad adjustment here. No, this should be a peaking filter. Note that you can use the QWERTY keys to select the filter type, and then we can just reduce this peak with the scroll wheel. Okay. And can just bring the overall level up a bit. And just like that, we have a calibration to the PEC-DB Ultra Target for the Samsung EO IA500. We can download these filters, go to the Cudelix software in the user EQ, just go to on and upload the right channel filters. Just to verify these measurements, we can again measure the left and right channels with these settings applied. And like that, we can see that the channels are extremely close in terms of matching, and we can just average the responses, export the measurement, go to the PEC-DB Studio software, upload the EQ'd measurement, and you can see that aside from the treble response and the bass, which is just due to measurement variation, the responses line up exactly as predicted. This is because in-ear monitors, or just headphones in general, are minimum phase devices, so whatever EQ change you make will be reflected in the actual output. So yeah, thank you for watching. Regardless if you are a seasoned audiophile or a beginner, I really sincerely hope you enjoy your sonic nirvana experience through this calibration procedure. And, you know, it's taken me a long time to find something like this. You know, I've spent so much money on earphones and headphones only to realize that these earphones with this calibration procedure offer the best sound quality you can get. Yeah, let me just put the large ear tips back on. Insert them. Go to Apple Music. Play whatever song, Falling Deep by Tadasi.